After Jesus had been born in Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod, some wise men came to Jerusalem from the east. "Where is the infant king of the Jews?" they asked. "We saw his star as it rose and have come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was perturbed, and so was the whole of Jerusalem. He called together all the chief priests and the scribes of the people and inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. "At Bethlehem in Judea," they told him, "for this is what the prophet wrote. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, you are by no means least among the leaders of Judah. For out of you will come a leader who will shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod summoned the wise men to see him privately. He asked them the exact date on which the star had appeared and sent them on to Bethlehem. "Go and find out all about the child," he said, "and when you have found him, let me know, so that I too may go and do him homage." Having listened to what the king had to say, they set out. And there in front of them was the star they had seen rising. It went forward and halted over the place where the child was. The sight of that star filled them with delight. And going into the house, they saw the child with his mother, Mary, and falling to their knees, they did him homage. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. But they were warned in a dream not to go back to Herod and return to their own country by a different way. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Every time when we come to the feast of the Epiphany, the only thing that comes to our mind is the three kings. That's all. Whether we know their names or not, probably we don't know. I think internet will be the best source, all right? That's the best place that you can get who their names are. But every time, it's always Epiphany, three kings. They are two different things. Epiphany is one thing, three kings is another thing. Three kings are three persons. But let's look at what does Epiphany means, because that is the focus for tonight. Number one, something is revealed to the kings. So it's a revelation. And number two, they realize that it is something good. It's a realization. And number three, we have God manifests himself to the three kings. So it's a manifestation. So in a nutshell, the Holy Family is before the eyes of the three kings. So when the three kings saw the Holy Family, they understood that their long journey from where they are to the place in Bethlehem might have taken months, but yet it was a worth it journey. And then secondly, they are conscious of the prediction to follow the star, because they knew something is going to happen if they follow the star. And then the third one, it becomes a reality when they arrived at the scene of the manger. Now, if we look at the nativity scene ourselves, here we have Jesus in the middle of everyone looking at us and then communicating us with his love. Very, very simple. That is love that is given to us. So the love is for everyone. It's not only for us Christians, basically. It's for everyone. And how was that love spread in that manger? It is spread through Mary and Joseph. And then we have the shepherds, because they were the first one to witness the baby Jesus. And then the third, today, the three kings. I believe the three kings are very passionate about meeting Jesus, as what Father said earlier at the Mass. They are very keen, because they know that when they come to see Jesus, it's all about salvation. And what is that salvation today? Is hope, joy, peace, and love. You remember the 4 Advent candles that represents everything? Now, if we look at ourselves, now we are also directed well in our faith until today. We have God manifesting to us Jesus, who would become a priority in our lives. So in our actions as Christian, we need to manifest Jesus to people who still yet to know, who is this child about? Who is this Jesus? What is he? Who he really is? So the gift of ourselves to the people marks our connection to God, because we know God. We know that little child there. If we look at the gifts of the three kings, all right, they brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So what does gold represent? That Jesus is the King of all kings. Even he's higher than the royalties in this world. And then he's got frankincense. He is the priest of all priests. And then you have myrrh, in preparation for his burial, so that he may be resurrected for all of us. So, being people of the Epiphany of today, we are witness that is being given to us. Jesus is being revealed to us. Jesus is being manifested to us. But there's one thing that we need to do. We would like to know, what would our gift be to Jesus? If the three kings have brought 3 gifts, what about us? Is it a material gift or a spiritual gift? It is up to us to what to offer to God, because God has given us everything. So let us give back to God what God deserves.